Jack Murphy was having a terrible Monday. His coffee machine had committed suicide, his cat had left a present in his shoes, and now, sitting at his NASA communications station, he was staring at what appeared to be the universe's most boring spreadsheet beamed directly from outer space. "You've got to be kidding me," Jack muttered, squinting at the transmission that had sent the entire facility into chaos just hours earlier. Their first message to humanity is a standardized form. The document, officially translated by NASA's quantum computers, was indeed Form GC11372b, a request for preliminary cultural exchange and planetary visitation rights, complete with checkboxes, signature lines, and a section marked for Galactic Council use only. Dr. Hernandez, the facility director, hovered behind Jack's chair. "What do we do?" "The President is on line 3, the UN Secretary General on line 4, and my mother on line 5, wondering if she should cancel her cruise next month." Jack sighed and typed a response. "Dear potential space visitors, while we appreciate your adherence to bureaucratic protocol, humanity generally prefers a simple hello before paperwork. Also, your form lacks a privacy policy. Please resubmit with less administrative bull. Murphy." Dr. Hernandez slapped Jack's hand away from the keyboard. "You can't send that." But it was too late. Jack had already hit enter. 3 minutes later, much faster than light should allow, a response arrived. "Hello, Earth Representative Murphy. Your directness is noted and appreciated. Revised documentation attached with required privacy policy. We will arrive in 7 Earth rotations to establish diplomatic relations. Please prepare 1 landing area and 3 humanoid representatives with clearance, level Omega or above." And that's how Jack Murphy, a communications specialist with a sarcasm problem and security clearance that barely let him use the executive bathroom, became Earth's first alien contact point. The landing was scheduled for noon on a Sunday in an empty Nevada field that conspiracy theorists had incorrectly identified as Area 52 for decades. The actual Area 52 was, of course, a military mini-golf course. Jack stood beside President Eleanor Williams and UN Secretary General Okonkwo, feeling distinctly underdressed in his NASA polo while they wore formal diplomatic attire. "Remember, Murphy," the president whispered, "no jokes, no sarcasm, and absolutely no references to probing or abductions." "So my take me to your kegger t-shirt was the wrong choice after all," Jack replied. Before the president could threaten him with treason, the sky darkened. A ship that looked suspiciously like a filing cabinet with engines descended silently onto the landing pad. When the door opened, Jack expected tentacles, slime, or at least something with more than 2 eyes. Instead, Ambassador Kreltox appeared to be a tall, thin humanoid with grey-blue skin, wearing what could only be described as a 3-piece suit with extra pieces. "Greetings, Earth diplomats," the alien said in perfect English. "I have brought the standard welcoming gifts as per Intergalactic Protocol 47b. He handed each of them identical metal cubes. These contain the complete history of galactic civilization, condensed into easily digestible bureaucratic reports. Jack turned his cube over. "No USB port. How do we?" "Simply place it against your forehead while thinking of the information you seek," Kreltox explained. The President and Secretary General politely thanked him. Jack, however, immediately pressed it to his head and thought, "Do aliens have memes?" His eyes widened as images flooded his mind, trillions of alien civilizations sharing remarkably similar jokes about their governmental inefficiencies. "Fascinating choice of initial inquiry," Representative Murphy, Kreltox noted with what might have been a smile. "A species request technological information first." That evening, at the hastily arranged Welcome to Earth Gala, humanity's true nature began to show. Despite careful planning, the event devolved into exactly what humans do best: a chaotic party with too much alcohol, impromptu dancing, and at least 3 diplomatic incidents involving the Swedish ambassador's attempts to teach the aliens the electric slide. Jack found Kreltox hiding behind a potted plant, looking overwhelmed. "Not much for parties?" Jack asked, offering a glass of water. In my 800 years, I have attended 2,736 diplomatic functions. None involved what your Secretary of Defense called doing shots or your cultural practice of getting down. Yeah, we're kind of a mess, Jack admitted. It's but a fun mess. Krelvox's expression shifted. That is precisely why the Galactic Council sent me. Earth is an anomaly. You should not exist. Excuse me? Most civilizations follow predictable patterns, yours does not. The Council finds this concerning. Jack raised an eyebrow. Concerning enough to send a full assessment team? Indeed. They arrive tomorrow. Commander Zilphora was everything Krelvox wasn't. Efficient, intimidating, and absolutely humorless. She arrived with a team of 12 specialists whose titles Jack couldn't pronounce but seemed to involve a lot of analyzing and cataloging. This assessment will be thorough and impartial, she announced after refusing refreshments for the third time. We will evaluate Earth against all 8,947 galactic development metrics. Jack was assigned as their guide, a decision he suspected was punishment for the karaoke incident the night before. So, he said, as he led them through New York City, what exactly does an assessment involve? Zilphora's assistant, a small orange being named Meepo, who seemed perpetually excited, answered, We observe your species in natural habitats, analyze historical records, evaluate resource utilization, and determine your threat level. Threat level? Jack repeated. Just standard procedure, Zilphora interjected smoothly. All species are evaluated for potential galactic impact. Over the next 3 days, the assessment team watched humans with increasing bewilderment. They witnessed crowds walking peacefully one moment, then trampling each other for discounted electronics the next. They observed children sharing playground equipment, and then immediately fighting over the same swing. They recorded humans expressing love for animals while eating cheeseburgers. Your species is contradictory, Zilphora told Jack on the 4th day as they toured the Smithsonian. You build magnificent museums to house your history while simultaneously destroying historical sites for shopping centers. We're complicated, Jack shrugged. You're dangerous, she corrected. Your approach to problems is unusual. Jack stopped walking. How so? Other species solve problems through careful analysis and methodical approach. Humans appear to progress through what we might call creative destruction. Jack's tour of human achievement was going reasonably well until they reached the military history section. He hadn't planned to include it, but Meepo had wandered in, fascinated by a replica tank. This machine, Zilphora said, inspecting it. Its purpose? Well, it's for winning arguments with other countries, Jack explained lamely. Meepo was scrolling through the exhibit's digital timeline. According to this, humans have not experienced a single century without warfare since record-keeping began. That's not entirely Jack started. And these casualty figures, Zilphora's eyes widened. How many humans currently inhabit Earth? About 8 billion. And your historical death toll from warfare alone exceeds 17 billion. Jack winced. Well, when you put it that way. The assessment team called an emergency meeting. Jack found himself in a makeshift council chamber aboard their ship, facing not just Zilphora and her team, but also a holographic projection of what appeared to be the Galactic Council itself, 27 different alien species, all looking extremely concerned. We have compiled our preliminary findings, Zilphora announced. Earth's kill count exceeds its current population by a factor of 5 when accounting for all forms of destruction. A murmur ran through the council. This includes, she continued, not only human-on-human violence, but extinction of 78% of large mammal species since humans developed advanced tools, deforestation of 46% of original forest cover, oceanic degradation, atmospheric alteration, and even the systematic destruction of competing cultural and philosophical ideologies. That's not fair, Jack protested. You can't count extinct animals in our kill count. Why not? Asked a counselor who resembled a sentient jellyfish. Because, Jack stumbled. Okay, the dodo was on us, but dinosaurs? Come on. We're not counting dinosaurs, Meepo clarified helpfully. Just the species you've eliminated in your brief planetary dominance period. Krelthox, who had been silent until now, spoke up. The concerning factor is not just the destruction itself, but humanity's apparent comfort with it. Other species experience profound collective trauma from even small-scale conflicts. Humans make entertainment about your wars while planning new ones. Jack felt the room growing hostile. Look, we're not perfect, but... Humans have developed over 160,000 distinct methods of killing, Zilphora interrupted. Your entertainment contains unprecedented levels of simulated violence. You design extinction scenarios as a hobby. Several council members are suggesting immediate quarantine, Krelthox said quietly to Jack. Some are advocating for more permanent solutions. Jack's blood ran cold. You're talking about destroying Earth. We're discussing containing a potentially universe-ending anomaly, corrected Zilphora. No species with your destruction ratio has ever achieved interstellar travel without catastrophic consequences. Meepo, who had been unusually quiet, suddenly raised a tentacle. But what about the other metrics? Creation, innovation, art. Zilphora hesitated. Those are also anomalous. Jack saw his opening. Give me 1 hour to prepare a defense. If you're going to judge humanity, at least let someone speak on our behalf. The council agreed, though Jack suspected it was merely a formality before they sealed Earth's fate. Jack paced in the preparation room, Meepo watching him curiously. I don't get it, Jack said. How do other species advance without some creative destruction? Very slowly, Meepo replied. Most civilizations take 20–30,000 years to advance from agricultural to digital communications. Earth did it in under 12,000. Because we're efficient. Because you're reckless, Meepo corrected, but also adaptable in ways other species aren't. Jack stopped pacing. That's it, that's our defense. When Jack entered the council chamber an hour later, he brought with him a single thumb drive, which he plugged into the ship's systems. Distinguished council members, he began. You've calculated Earth's kill count. But you've missed the point. Let me show you our creation count. The screen behind him lit up with a montage of human achievement art from cave paintings to digital masterpieces, medical advances from crude herb poultices to gene therapy, transportation from the wheel to space travel. Humanity advances through iterations, Jack explained. Yes, we destroy. We tear down to build better. We make mistakes, catastrophic, terrible mistakes, but we learn from them. All species learn, Zilphora countered. Not like we do, Jack argued. Meepo told me how long it takes other civilizations to advance. You know why you're so slow? Because you're too careful. You never take the risks that lead to breakthroughs. Jack displayed a chart showing technological advancement rates. In the time it took the average galactic species to improve crop yields by 15%, humans increased ours by 800%. We did it by trying, failing, destroying, and rebuilding over and over. A council member shaped like a geometric crystal spoke. This constant destruction is precisely what concerns us. Yet you use our music in your ships, our mathematical principles in your navigation systems, and even our comedy in your entertainment, Jack retorted, having gleaned this from Meepo's earlier comments. The creativity of humans is not in question, Zilphora said. It's your stability. Stability is overrated, Jack replied. A stable system is a stagnant one. Look at your own galactic history. When was the last major innovation? The last paradigm shift? According to your records, you've been using the same faster-than-light drive design for 40,000 years. This caused a stir among the council. Humans are messy, Jack continued. We fight, we destroy, we rebuild, but each cycle brings progress. Without our high kill count, we'd still be living in caves, stable but stagnant. Meepo, who had edged closer to Jack, whispered, They're considering your points. Keep going. Jack displayed one final image Earth from space, beautiful and blue. If you quarantine or destroy Earth, you eliminate the galaxy's most efficient innovation engine. Instead, why not use our chaotic creativity? Channel it. Guide it. Let us be your research and development division. The council chambers erupted in debate, with various members arguing passionately in languages Jack couldn't understand. Finally, after what seemed like hours, they fell silent. The Galactic Council has reached a decision, announced the jellyfish-like counselor. Earth will be designated as a Class 7 controlled evolution zone, with limited interstellar access under supervision. Jack's heart sank. So, we're prisoners. No, Kreldox corrected. You're consultants. Zilphora elaborated. The Council has created a new designation for Earth, Galactic Innovation Consultancy. Your species will be permitted controlled interstellar travel to assist with specific problems requiring creative destruction approaches. You're hiring us to break your stuff? Jack asked incredulously. And to help us rebuild better, corrected Meepo, who was now wearing what appeared to be a INE t-shirt. The Council has realized that perhaps some destruction is necessary for growth. Jack couldn't believe what he was hearing. So all that talk about quarantine. A test, Zilphora admitted. We needed to see how you would defend your species, whether you would acknowledge your destructive nature or deny it. And you passed. Meepo exclaimed. You recognized both your capacity for destruction and creation and the necessary connection between them. Jack looked suspicious. So this whole assessment was a job interview. Kreldox nodded. The Galactic Council has existed for 200,000 years. In that time we've become risk-averse. Our progress has slowed to a crawl. We needed a species that could help us break free from our rigid systems. And humanity's kill count made us perfect for the job, Jack said dryly. Precisely, agreed Zilphora. As official liaison, you'll be given the rank of galactic representative and tasked with assembling human teams to tackle specific galactic problems. Me? Why me? Your sarcasm, explained Kreldox. It's a form of creative destruction with words challenging conventions while creating new perspectives. Perfect for the role. 2 months later, Jack sat in his new office at the Galactic Embassy in Geneva, reviewing applications for Operation Paradigm Shift, Earth's first official chaotic consultancy project. The mission, redesign the stagnant galactic education system that hadn't changed in millennia. His intercom buzzed. Representative Murphy, Ambassador Kreldox and Advisor Meepo are here with the new galactic orientation materials. Jack smiled. Send them in. As they entered, Jack couldn't help but notice Meepo was wearing ripped jeans and a leather jacket, while Kreldox had abandoned 3 pieces of his suit. Is that a tattoo, Ambassador? Jack asked, pointing to a small design visible on Kreldox's wrist. A symbol of creative destruction, Kreldox replied with what was definitely now a smile. I believe humans call it going rogue. Jack laughed. Be careful. That's how it starts. Today a tattoo. Tomorrow you're helping us increase our galactic kill count. About that, Meepo said excitedly. The Council has officially reclassified your metrics. Earth is no longer judged by its kill count, but by its transformation ratio. Our what? What? The rate at which you convert destruction into progress, Kreldox explained. By that measure, Earth isn't the most destructive planet in the galaxy. Jack raised an eyebrow. No, Meepo confirmed. You're the most creative. And that's how Earth became the galaxy's official agents of creative chaos, still destroying, still rebuilding, but now with a much bigger playground.